told them to keep it down. It was loud. So yeah, so it was just like, okay, Kari, that's where you fucked up. Then it was just like, for me, this is my self-reflection that I was telling myself, yo, Kari, you was never even really a smoker, and you started smoking and buying ounces of weed. Like, that's not you. That's not you. And it literally blows my motherfucking mind that I literally became that person. And even now, as a single person, and I've been single, guys, for a year and some change, never since then have I purchased one dime, one nick of fucking weed. Never. After getting out of that situation. And it was just like, yo, Kari, you are a fucking bank to this person, and everybody's telling you and you're not trying to hear it. You looking like, oh, you're investing in your man because your man is gonna make it, and da da da. Bitch, you're being stupid. It was those moments of self fucking reflection. And you know, I'm Dominican, guys. I'm Dominican. My auntie told me with my first breakup, con un clavo se saca otro. Don't let that go over your head, because that is legitimately what happened. I told y'all, when I'm loyal, I'm loyal. But when I feel betrayal, it's just like I start going insane, and I just like, because why would you fucking do that to me? Like, why would you do that? I wouldn't do that to you, so why would you do that to me? So I start going insane and thinking of evil things like, oh my gosh. I just get really crazy, guys, when I feel betrayed. And I just can't deal with it. So I'm like, okay, what's better than to just do what you did to me, to you, and not feel bad about it? And it's not like I do these things intentionally. They just kind of happen. But it's about the feeling. Again, feeling is everything. Because situations are really meaningless unless there's feeling behind it. Am I bugging? Am I? So, you know, I ended up going over there and I met somebody else. And this person, they were giving me, you know, attention. And they were not giving me the same attention that this guy was giving me in the beginning. And it was just different vibe. So, I was like, hey, blah, 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 blah. And we were chilling. I was there for 2 months. And then, you know, things ended up happening. And then after that happened, it was just like, bye. You helped me get over a rebound. Boom. But mind you, when I literally told the person, you know, honesty for me is the best policy. Just keep it real with me and I'm going to keep it real with you. And that's that on period. I let the person know, like, hey, they called me and they told me like, oh, they were going through some things. And I'm like, yo, I'm in a whole nother country, so you could get it together and you still doing fuck shit. Make it make sense? But yeah, so they literally asked me if I was seeing somebody else. And at first I was like, no. And then while they was still asking, I'm just like, why the fuck am I lying? This is my get out ticket. This is my literally get out escape way. I was like, yes. I'm like, yes. And I felt bad, but I didn't really feel bad. I felt, this person literally started crying on the phone. And I'm just like, yo, I don't even know if I started crying too or not. If I did, I kind of like just made myself cry, because honestly, I didn't feel no kind of way. They asked me to stop seeing that person. I was like, yeah, I'll stop. I won't see the person again. Did I stop? No. I kept living my life. This person was ignoring me purposely because I was going out for drinks. I was dancing in the spot. Bruh, you not talking to me? I don't give a fuck. Like, honestly, y'all, I'm literally the type of person, like, if I'm sad and my sadness converts into anger, the intensity of my sadness is gonna go into my anger. So it's like, yo, if you see me that I'm down and I'm sad, don't piss me off. Don't fucking piss me off. Don't. Because it's not, like I said, the intensity of my sadness converted into my anger is not a fucking pretty thing. Okay? So don't try it. And I feel like this happens to people that go through these things: depression, sadness, suicidal thoughts, and all of this stuff. You get what I'm saying? So it was just like, seriously, I don't care, bro. I don't care. Finally, I let this person know, like, hey, I don't think that this is working out, and I don't want to be with you anymore. And they were like, oh, don't let your mental state try like control me or some stupid shit like that. And I was just like, okay, I still don't want to be with you though. And I never spoke to the person again after that, until they tried to call me a hoe because I moved on. Shit, call me a fucking slut then, because you think I'm not gonna see nobody after you, my brother? You're bugging. Okay? So yeah. And it was just like, if you watch Grey's Anatomy, I remember this episode where Derek called Meredith a whore because she was sleeping with someone else. I think it was O'Malley. And she was like, you get to not, no. She was like, you have no say in the way I choose to repair what you broke. Okay? And I was broken. I was shattered. I was demolished. I picked myself up. I'm glowing. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm chunky. I'm living my best motherfucking life. Even on the days that I feel the worst, I'm still living my best, authentic, my life. And that's what's important. You know, when someone breaks you, take the time that you run away from that person, because sometimes you do got to run away from a person, and there is nothing wrong with that. Take that time that you ran away from them to fucking build yourself the way that you see fit. Do things unapologetically and do them to the fullest. Okay? That's like how I got over it. But the two things that I told you is acknowledge, I think it was acknowledging, accepting, letting go, or something. I don't remember, but definitely self-reflection was the biggest one. You know? Now, communicating and looking for help is a big one. It's such a big one, you guys. When I tell you, when I sat down on the phone with my grandmother to tell her, like, hey, I'm not okay. I'm not. I need to get out of here. I need help, because I feel like I don't want to be here. I feel like I don't know why I can't keep moving forward. I just feel so stuck. That was one of the biggest things. Like, once I found somebody to hear me and to help me, things got so much easier. And guys, I'm not gonna sit here and act like me and my grandmother didn't bump heads because she didn't want me to be with this person. We bumped heads, but what's important is that she never gave up on me. And that is so important. Find people that are not gonna give up on you, because there are people in this world that they may love you, but they will give up on you. They will give up. They're not up for the battle. They're not up for the fight. And that's why I say the only people that helped me get back to where I'm at is literally my mother and my grandmother. Nobody else could take credit for making me healthy again. Nobody. And I'll do a story time on like my whole story, because I told you guys a lot in like a nutshell, but that's just literally everything that I went through in a nutshell. Legit. Guys, this is no joke. The things that people do out here, no fucking joke, man. And this is a long video, but I'm letting you guys know like what's really tea, because it's not fucking easy. People overlook depression, and people will see a fucking depressed person in front of their face and won't even fucking peep the signs. Then people wonder why the suicide rate is so high and why people kill themselves. And it's like, honestly, like, people don't pay attention. And it's like, it's not nobody's job to, but damn, like, like, we're here to spread love, like, and people have such an easy time spreading hate. Why is it hard or not as easy to spread love as it is hate? Like, what the fuck is up with that? Like, I never understood that. So, you know, communicating is key. You're gonna sometimes come across people where you sit down and you talk to them and you tell them what you're going through, and they're just gonna be like, oh bro, like, you just have to, like, let that go, or you just have to move on and not let that stress you out. Don't you think that if it were that fucking easy, I would have fucking did it? Then there's the people that act like, oh, they're so much stronger and they're so much, like, better because they don't have these problems. That's just like, oh, it could never be me. Well, God bless you then. Listen, I reached out after going through what I went through. I was talking to my friend about it. Then I retract back. And I knew I fucked up. And I was just like, damn, I fucked up. I reached out. That person couldn't help me. When I was in a setting with family and I was still in the midst of going through things, they couldn't help me. Nobody could give me the help that I needed, even though I was like, I was clearly fucked up. And I don't even know, guys. Like, honestly, this is how you know, like, it should be real, when you don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's literally feeling so alone. And then when nobody is grasping the severity, and then it's the person that is victimizing you that is the only person that can actually fucking do something, because it's them that they're the problem. It just becomes something that is just like, damn, so I have nobody but my fucking abuser. And another thing is, nobody can help you until you want to be helped. And I really did want to be helped. It's just nobody knew how the fuck to help me. Except my grandmother. She literally did the process with me. Day by day, she didn't give up. Even when I knew she wanted to, because it was just crazy. She never gave up. You get what I'm saying? And that's so important. Having people that are not going to give up on you or make you feel like you're bugging out. Even though you are bugging out, you don't need to feel like you're bugging out. You need to feel like, hey, reel it in. Get it together. Reality check. You get what I'm saying? So it's just shit like that. And not everybody could do that for you. And that's when you know who's really there for you and who's just there because they're there. And a lot of people just be there because they're there. That's really what it be. So communicate. And if you cannot verbally communicate with anyone, guys, I have so many journals. This is one of many. I literally have one in my bed right now. I have a whole bunch in my little shelf. Right. Anytime that I feel like I'm presenting signs of depression, and it's not regular depression. It's not just like I'm in bed and I don't feel like getting up today. It's literally I'm in bed and I can't get up. I'm in bed, I'm awake, but I can't move. I'm in bed and all I want to do is just sleep because I don't want to be awake and I don't want to deal with life. That's the severity of the way it be for me. And just when people don't see those signs, or even like care to point them out sometimes, it's just like, okay, so let me just write about it. Because it's like I don't want to be here, but I don't not want to be here either. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, I want to honestly write something, and I don't know where I'm going to post it, but I'm going to post it just so that people can understand that there are reasons to stay here. And if you're someone like me, like, one of my many reasons is just that I have people that I know would be hurt behind it. And I don't want to rob myself of seeing me grow. You get what I'm saying? And it translated, don't rob yourself of seeing yourself grow. You get it? So it's so many reasons. And just know, like, even if you don't feel loved and you know that you aren't, let's keep it 100 right now. Even if you know that you aren't loved by the people you want to love you, love yourself enough to make up for everyone else's lack of love towards you. And that's where I say being selfish is important. Like, there's a difference between being an arrogant, selfish asshole and being a selfish, loving, caring person. You know, there's nothing wrong with putting yourself first, as long as you're not putting other people down. And a good example of that is just, boom, you want to how can I put this? It's your friend's birthday. You don't want to go out because you're going to spend your money on you. Yes, are you being a little selfish? Yeah, because it's their birthday, you know? But you have something you have and want to do for yourself, you know? Can't nobody make you feel bad about that. It's their birthday. Enjoy your birthday. I'm going to send you my love, send you my happy birthday to you, but I need to do this for me. Are you going to do this for me? No. Doesn't mean that I love you any less. Doesn't mean that I value you any less. But I'm doing this for me because I need it, and I know why I need it. It's just prioritizing yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if someone is trying to make you feel bad about doing that, then they don't need to be a part of your life, respectfully. And that was just one of many examples, to be honest. When people talk to you a certain way, address it. I don't appreciate the way that you're speaking to me. Don't speak to me like that, because that's not my vibe. Be selfish with the way you allow people to fucking talk to you. See, like, I'm talking to you crazy. You gotta be like, girl, don't talk to me like that. Nah. And just, like, being okay with saying no. Like, girl, be okay with saying no. Like, people make you seem like no is such a bad word. No is probably one of the most beautiful words, because when you say no, you have power. Don't let that go over your head. When you say no, you have power. Yeah, just be selfish without, like, making other people feel like shit. Like, when I say, like, for example, the scenario with friends and birthdays, you give, like, let them know why you're not, you know, going and stuff like that. This is just an example. But don't do it in a way like, bro, I'm not going because I'm not going. Like, that's just being an asshole. You could be like, hey, bro, I won't be able to make it because XYZ, and that's it. Like, I've missed birthdays because I was sick, and I'm not gonna put myself in a position to get more sick for someone else. I come first, because when I get really, really bad, who's taking care of me? Not you. Not you. The most you're gonna be is like, damn, I hope you get better fast. Yeah. So, in a nutshell, ways to just get better and deal and cope with heartbreak, depression, and just suicidal thoughts is literally just taking it all in, accepting the fact that you're in that state of mind. You know, accepting that you're in that state of mind. I know the third one was like communicating. So I'll say communicating and asking for help. Self-reflecting. Just sit down and think about what's making you feel this way. Why am I feeling like sad all the time? Like, oh Gotti, person, shake it off. And I literally am going through this right now, and that's why I'm speaking about it, because it's just like, this is not my first time being in this place. This literally happens to me all the time, and it happens bad, guys, bad. But people will never know that, because I will never show it. You know, now people are probably gonna be more paying attention and seeing it and noticing it, but I'm not gonna be like, the only person that I've really spoken to about this is my sister. I told her, sis, like, I've been having like these really dark thoughts. I've been in these really bad moods where I feel just like stuck, and like, that's one of the worst things a person could feel, stuck. Because it's like, when you feel stuck, it's just like, it's like, you know you can get out, but it's like, how the fuck can I get out of this slump? How the fuck can I get out of this shit right now? You know? And yeah, I spoke to her about it. I tried to, you know, talk to other people, but when I feel like they're not really interested in the conversation, I'll be like, I'll get better though. It's just a phase, you know? Because I don't got time to share my issues with people that I feel like they really don't even care. So, yeah. And that's another thing. If you're running into people that you feel like you're trying to reach out and communicate and tell them like, hey, I'm going through this, and they're not listening, that doesn't mean that you don't have a way out. There are literally outside resources, and I swear to God, which I try not to do, sometimes speaking to a freaking outsider about everything you're going through, or a person that doesn't know you that well, and they're just hearing your side, they will give you the words that you need to hear, and they will give you that spark. I swear, I cannot tell you guys how many times I done sat on the train and spoken to strangers just about their life and my life. Simply because it's just like, sometimes we just want to be heard. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes the people closest to us do not fucking listen. So there are people in this world that are gonna hear you. Just because the people close to you are not listening doesn't mean there's nobody that will listen. Go to outside resources. Go to a fucking bar. And if you're not old enough to go to a bar, go to a fucking, this sounds scary though, because the world is crazy. I was gonna say go to a park, or go to a new dance studio. Go to a new track meet. Go to a different school, or even on Instagram, you could find people that you follow that, you know, just make small talk with them and vent and stuff like that. There's people out here that will listen. And that whole, oh, I don't really like telling my business to other people. Listen, I tell everybody everything about me because I don't give a fuck. I live life to my fullest, and I live my life authentically, and I live my life realistically. I don't try to put on no persona for nobody. I'm who I am. Take it or leave it. I refuse to become somebody else so you can be able to digest me. I'll be damned. I'll be fucking damned. I am what I am. Love it or leave it. So, accepting, self-reflection, communicating. Damn it, I have really bad memory. So yeah, hold on. So yeah, so the 4 top things, to get over and combat these depressive, suicidal, sad thoughts are accepting them, accepting the fact that you're in that state. Shit. Guys, my memory is really bad, and this is real shit too. Accepting the fact that you're in that state, doing self-reflection, communicating, and being selfish. Being okay, this for me. I need to get myself better for me, because you ain't gonna help me, so I gotta help me. So that was just part 1. I got a little bit intimate with you guys, and in the beginning it was kind of everywhere. So I kind of railed it in a little bit with just things like that, but I tried to use my life as an example, because I've literally had so many times where I was in this state and didn't even know until I kind of sat down and started learning about it and all of this stuff. Also, educate yourself, please, because sometimes it could literally be just a chemical imbalance in your head, and if you need to take medication for it, take medication, because medication does help. Medication really, really does help, and it's there for a reason. But we'll talk about medication in a different video, along with me giving you guys story about how I came to know that I was depressed and all of this stuff and things like that. And I feel like we need more videos like this, where we feel like we're talking to someone who's being real about it, and not just someone who's in front of a screen. How to get rid of anxiety and depression and this and that and the third. No, bro, it's not that fucking easy to just do 1, 2, 3, bitch. I need some real help, and you ain't helping me. So yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can see part 2 of this video on how you should and what you should accept in a relationship, and how to be a good partner. And I feel like that video will be a more gender neutral video, because it will be focusing on men and women, and I feel like I'm gonna have a guy guest starring on here. I feel like I'm gonna do that for this video, simply because so it won't be a biased thing, and it could be really educational and really motivational and really inspirational to become better partners and significant others, whether you are straight, gay, or anything in the book. Just being a better person when you enter a relationship. But yes, on that note, guys, as I mentioned before, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed what I was saying, and comment some of your ways and methods that you deal with your depressive states and how you combat them, because I could really use some advice. I'm not a perfectionist on this topic, even though I try to be my own friend and my own doctor, and just be okay, Gotti, so just meditate. So if you guys have any advice and stories that you would like to share, make sure you comment below. You guys can find me on Instagram right here, and we can have more intimate conversations about the situation, and I'll definitely share life stories with you guys, because I've been through my fair share of things, and I'll be more than happy to reciprocate on advice to you guys. But on that note, I love you guys so much. Thank you for your love and support. Until next time.